Alrighty, that open is way too long, but here we are. We have Cowboy Ken with us, and I think we're all ready to go here. We're gonna go over some subject matter here, and do a official show. Speaking of official,
it says it on the door.
Wait, here we go. Hold on, I'm a train wreck. One more time. Let's see.
It says it on the door. It's official studio.
All right. It's an official studio. So let's get all that garbage out of the way and let's get serious here. Nah, just kidding. How are you tonight, Ken?
Oh, not too bad. How you doing?
I'm doing good. If we aren't live, then Deb can come running in here and tell us. So,
well, looks like we're live.
You're seeing it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You know?
Good. All right. So we got
Feels good to be alive too, doesn't it?
Yeah. So did you have to go into work today, or were you home today?
No, I played. I was off the last 2 days.
Well, good for you. I had to work with the little knuckleheads, but it was a good day. And what we want to do is, on this show, we're going to cover some current events that are going on right now. Let's welcome in a couple people. Of course, my lovely wife, Debbie, is in here. Hi, Debbie. And then Ann from Little Frenchies in Big Texas, she's in here. And so as people are, and Jake from Nunya, Texas on the back 20. So I want to welcome everybody. We're not going to always be saying hi to everybody, because then people leave in a heartbeat. Okay. While people are rolling in, let's get out to really stupid news first. You want to do that, Ken?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
You know, like I said before, I got my news from you guys, so you're going to educate me here a little bit.
Okay. Well, what are these creepy hands? These creepy hands are Kardashian, Kim Kardashian. I don't know. I don't follow them too much, but this caught my eye. She plaster of Paris all her kids' hands, her staff hands, and everybody, and stuck them in the ground like they're trying to come out of the ground to decorate the front of her Halloween house. Her house. So right. I just thought that was kind of ghoulish and creepy. But then she has like these people around a fire pit doing a seance or something with the hands there. And then on top of that, there's like 1,000 dead bodies, bones, and stuff like that to make these 2 fake trees right outside the entrance to her house, with all the hands down below lit up. And then it's a terrible picture, but her doorway is surrounded by hundreds of skulls.
Huh.
So, she put a lot of effort into this. Really, I don't know, looks satanic to me, but whatever. I don't, put a blow up, thing of, a pumpkin or something, or a witch, a cartoon witch,
Right.
Your kids are going to be. Did you see her kids coming home, Ken? Coming. Ma, I don't want to go home, Or
bring a friend over,
Oh my gosh. And then they got to go through all this to get in. Who knows what kind of music they got going out there. And then they showed the inside of her house too. It was crazy.
I hope those bones aren't real though, the skulls.
Well, who knows with the Kardashians, They're probably into some spirit cooking stuff. Who knows? They got the spirit cooking pot outside. Who knows? I'm just kidding. You know what? I just thought it was ghoulish and crazy. But
well, you know how they are, Mark.
I will say hi to Ryan's in here. Ryan, the other brother. I don't know if you ever met him, but he's a great guy, Ken, and I'm glad to have him in here also. And he says hi to Linda. So he must be good.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, I saw him rebuilding an engine on that truck. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So you follow the other brother. Yeah, he's a very talented man. So what do you think? Are you for, or are you, okay, this isn't going too far, or a little over the top?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, it's good.
We're good.
Yeah, it's good. It is Halloween, so we'll give her that. But, it costs, I don't know, She has to have thousands upon thousands of dollars in her deal, but
Oh yeah.
they've got it. So GHOUL away.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, hello, Ellie and Linda are also in here. Okay, so let's
Hey, there we go.
move on to some other topics that might be better than Kim Kardashian. Okay.
I've only, I used to see their show and stuff, and I didn't even watch the darn thing. I
No,
guess
no.
bunch of drama.
Well, I thought I'd throw in since Kane, Kane West, Yee, or whatever you want to call him nowadays. He likes to go by Yee now. I don't know what's going on with my Facebook page. Maybe somebody over in the comments can tell me, but my Facebook is polluted with letting me know that Kane West has been canceled from everything. Adidas has canceled him, and then Colbert here, he was a joke anyways. He said, I want to just make it straight out known right now that he cannot come on my show. Oh, I bet you Kane's crying, don't you think, Kane?
Yeah, exactly.
Like nobody watches this guy. It's his ratings are in the tank. Will be tens and tens of people are watching him along with us. That's about how much
Right.
people watch that late show. It's so much crap. But
We almost have tens of tens.
oh, do we? All right.
Yeah, just about.
You had 1,000 views on your short, so congratulations. Leading up to this, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Go figure that. That's beating their probably how many people watch Colbert and them.
Right.
I don't know. I just thought that was pretty weird. That tell me Facebook isn't pushing an agenda whenever, like Kane, they could handle him before, right? They had him under control. He was making he's worth $1 billion or something now. So
Really?
yeah. So even if everybody cancels him, I think he'll be okay, right? But
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but he's had enough of it. He's like, I'm tired of being in these people's handling me, and I'm going to speak the truth and speak my mind now. And everybody's bailing on him just because he's saying that he don't like his handlers anymore. So,
Right.
but it's just like we're here, we're talking free on YouTube. So probably a month from now, YouTube will give me a strike for this for some reason. I don't know. They don't do it right away. Like I get it like a month later, somebody's like, will watch this and think it's ludicrous, right? Which it probably is, but then they'll report me in. But let's just have free speech, don't you think, Ken?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what this country is founded on, is free speech, and freedom, to express yourselves, I guess, But this Colbert and this Kane West, I never heard of him before. Well, Colbert, I think I've seen a late night show, right?
Yeah.
Is he a late night show?
Yeah, he took over Letterman.
Okay, that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I've channel surfed and just went on to the next channel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Letterman was great back in the day. Letterman was hilarious whenever I was in high school back in the 80s. Just the best late night show, just a great show. But then he got, he started getting the big bucks, right? And then his handlers say, you want to keep making the big bucks, you got to get political. And you got to, you got to start, saying what we tell you to in your monologues. And he went just completely off the rails, and I couldn't stand Letterman.
Right.
So whenever they replaced Letterman, who people are saying, oh, he's not, we're trying not to make it political. They get Colbert, who's the most political guy on the planet, and it's just terrible TV.
I like watching old episodes of The Tonight Show, Johnny Carson.
Oh, yeah.
When we flip the channels on the antenna there, or the digital TV or whatever it is,
I call it the .2 channel. I don't watch the 4.1, like NBC, ABC, but they have like antenna TV and all those.
Right.
And you get to see like old reruns of Johnny Carson. Yes, I do the same thing. That's the only TV I'll watch. Oh, I did take one for the team today and watch the Today Show, NBC.
Really?
And man, they're just, not good news. Like they had to start reporting all this bad, and they're getting paid by their handlers, the Democratic Party, the deep state,
Mm-hmm.
and they are all like, oh, please, like they had to report just all this hideous bad news that all their people that are running are in the tank, And they had to report that Elon Musk bought Twitter, and they had to act like it was weird because they were trying to smile but not smile. They didn't know how to handle that because it's free
Right.
speech, right? And it's like the, it was just really hard for them. It
That's
was
funny
fun to
because I
watch.
had a Twitter account years ago, and when all that stuff happened, I got out of it. I don't even have a Twitter account anymore,
Yeah.
because there were certain people that I like to follow, on Twitter,
Yeah.
but I totally got rid of mine.
Well, I opened up an account and I was already doing Facebook at the time. And I'm like, I could tweet. And I was running my satellite truck and I could say, hey, I'm doing this job. And like, as many people watch me on YouTube would follow me on Twitter. Like, nobody would give
Right.
a rat's ass about me on Twitter.
Right.
So I'm like, I think I'm just going to stick to just putting up Facebook so my friends can actually see pictures and, stuff
Right.
like that. But speaking of which, let's move on to the next subject. This is all you, Ken. Start us
Oh
off on
boy.
this. The
Oh yeah. This is one thing that I saw on the news this morning, in fact, and I saw it I heard it over the last couple of days that we've got like 25 days worth of diesel fuel, and then on the news this morning they were showing the cost out east because can probably relate to this, Mark, being from Pennsylvania, growing up, they use heating oil,
yeah,
which the average
yeah,
price right now for heating oil is like $3.50 a gallon or something like that,
yeah.
you know? So
Well,
if we cut short our diesel supplies, it's not going to be pretty, you know.
yeah, I'm catching some of the things. I want to say hi to Tom and Rhonda. Also, Jake was saying that he's not sure if Elon's a good guy or a bad guy. I'm on the same fence. Don't know yet. All I know is I like them freaking out that he bought it. That's a plus.
Right?
But
Yeah. Well,
but
he's smart. He's not stupid.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, look
no,
what he did with his the spaceship deal.
yeah. People think he started Tesla. He bought Tesla, and it was
Oh,
a
okay.
fledgling company whenever he bought it. And look at it now.
Right.
SpaceX. He did start SpaceX. Look at it now. So buys
Right.
Twitter. I'm going. He probably will he'll make it better. Now back
Maybe
to
he'll
the
let us all back in, right?
yeah, back to the diesel crisis. Now a lot of people think, okay, it's diesel. I got a gas car. It's not going to affect me at all. Guess what? How does the diesel get to the gas station? I mean, how does gas get
Right.
to the gas station? Uh, through diesel trucks. Bring the product there. How do you get your groceries? The diesel trucks bring the whole world revolves around diesel right now here in America at least. So, people think it's no big deal. Like
Right.
it's not going to affect them too much. Well, it's gonna be bad. So,
We're not electric trucks, that's for sure. I mean, there are some trucks down in Texas and Arizona that run across the interstate, but
yeah,
I mean some, self-driving trucks too,
yeah.
not only electric, but it's not going to be pretty.
I don't think so. And again, they say like 24 days, but here on this Bloomberg ad, it says that the suppliers are requiring 72-hour notice for fuel delivery. That's a lot. That's like 3 days.
Yeah.
You have to say, hey, I need more diesel. So
Well, down where I work, we have a certain days that they actually deliver, on a contract. So, hopefully we won't be running out because we'll be
yep. Now I'm gonna start trying to remember to do some camera changes for these young knuckleheads. They say you have to change things up. So let's try to look official. You know, just like Jack Black said, it's an official studio, so we got to do some. Fred, again, I said, Fred, this is very important. I got a great guest on tonight. He said, no, I'm going to the VFW. So my producer, I'm winging this on my own tonight, Ken. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
And then Debbie, she's in bed in her pajamas already. So, it's 7, it's past 7. So she's done.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, so, I know I've been down to Jake's place, and I know he's got tanks. So he is prepared for, Jake's about prepared for anything. That guy is.
Oh, okay.
If you want to watch a prepper channel that's going to shoot you straight and tell you exactly what's going on and how he's prepped for it, go check out Nunya, Texas on the back 20. If you want to learn how to rebuild a F250 Ford truck, the other brother's a wreck. He's got that thing tore apart, so it should be running here soon, and all the other great.
I was looking forward to that next video of it all back together. But that guy and Jake there with the, I've thought about getting me some 55-gallon drums and filling them up.
Yeah.
One with gas and one with diesel. I don't drive my diesel hardly at all. But just in case.
Just in case, yeah. I've got about a whole bunch of 5-gallon, about like 6 of them, because I used to have a satellite truck. So whenever I did hurricane, I had to buy all these, jugs, fill them up. They were full of diesel, but they were gas cans, but diesel in them. So whenever I got in a hurricane, I couldn't get fuel, so I had to have a whole bunch of fuel to make it through the day and everything. So I kept on buying these jugs, and then I would bring them home, and then I'd have them, and then I'd be out on the road, and I get stuck on another hurricane coverage, so I'd go buy another new. So I'm loaded up with about 6 or 7 of those in my garage. So I should fill them up.
Right.
Now let's see. Let's get back here. Boom. This is all working so far, Ken.
That's not too bad.
All right. Let's see what else I have here. Okay, and then we already kind of talked about this. He begins his ownership. He fired the CEO. He for sure fired the lady that banned Trump already. She's gone, and 1,000 other ones are crying because they're next, and they're all. In fact, I think one of these pictures here. Let me continue on. There's Elon Musk there. I thought I'd throw official. Okay, this poor lady here, Ann Lesby. That's a funny name to begin with, right? She's got the rainbow going over on the side there. Can you?
Wow. I can see it.
Okay, she says. I know it's very small for you. I hear. Hold on.
Oh, it's all right.
Let me just. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, but at the end, she's dead inside since Elon, took over. So she's not having a good day. Well, I say she, but it could be a he. I don't. Who knows today?
I'm not going to check.
Or he, him, whatever you want. Pronoun. I don't know. Her, him, he. I don't know. But don't you feel bad for this poor lady, Ken?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. But who am I to judge? All right.
No judging. I'm just saying.
Right.
Allegedly, and that's why I don't want to be mean. She got the rainbow, and it looks like a she, so I'm going to go with she. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Let's be proper. All my guests.
She looks like a well-educated person.
Yeah. Well, hey, as long as it's an official she.
There you go.
She's looking mighty good. Might do a check first. I don't know. Let's get on with the show. All right, here we go. Okay. Fetterman, who's up against Oz. He's had a stroke a couple months ago. And instead of replace, Democrat Party said, no, this is the best guy. This is the guy we have. Let's roll with this guy.
That's
so
the best they got.
Yeah, the best they got. So they took this guy and they threw him in, and he had to debate. Well, he wanted a TV screen, a prompter, teleprompter. He wanted an earpiece. He wanted all this stuff in advance. And Oz is like, yeah, it only looks good
Right.
for Oz. He's like, yeah, cheat away. I don't care. Do whatever you have to get through a debate. So he did all this, and then The View and all the morning shows, they get their marching orders, right? Well, they all are saying that Oz is a bully because he pointed out that he had a stroke, and and they're saying he's not really an official doctor, but he admits he had a stroke.
Right.
And that's not bullying. That's like, hey,
No.
that guy over there that wants to run Pennsylvania, yeah, he can't talk and he's had a stroke. I don't think that's good. And if that's, you're just pointing out the obvious, don't you think?
Right. It kind of reminds me of somebody else.
But yeah, well, you could elaborate, but I think everybody knows.
Who I'm talking
gosh.
about.
And he
He needs, he needs a teleprompter, and he can't even hardly read. He can't pronounce words.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not a good speech giver.
No.
I mean, good grief. But
that's why I say watch us at 2x speed. If you're rewatching this show, watch us at 2x speed because it'll be a much better experience. But
yeah.
I know,
but here's what I would do if I was in his shoes. If I were to have a stroke, and I would drop out and have a replacement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
if I'm not fit for office, why do it?
Well, yeah, and unless you need a nefarious crook to be in there on the Democrat.
Yeah.
One that'll do what you tell. He don't care. He's like, hey, once I'm in, then I just do what they tell me to, and I make millions. So that's
right.
We all know the drill. So
maybe before the stroke, he fit the profile of the blue side.
Yeah.
I don't know what is the profile. I mean,
unfortunately, I know people in Pennsylvania. My family's all moved out in my immediate family, but I have other and they don't like Trump. So I guarantee you, they'll vote for this brain dead guy just because Oz is being supported by Trump. And then they're going to show you. They'll be like, well, we showed you, Mark. We voted for Fetterman anyways. I'm like, whatever. It's like,
right.
let your state go into a crap hole. I don't care. Right. I'm in Oklahoma. Good luck with that over there. We'll see how that works out. But, all the same people that are like, boy, my man Biden got in. I'm like, yeah, he's just rocking it, man.
Well, signed a bunch of papers to executive orders.
Yeah. It's just
first
like
day in office.
Well, it's just how do you win? It's like go ahead, brag about. You said, boy, we're going to get Trump out of there and get Biden in there. And I'm like, well, you did it. It's like,
right.
Yeah, now we're all suffering. Not just us Republicans. You did it to yourself, people.
Yeah.
Like, if he got in officially. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I got a good friend that he just hated Trump when he was in office, and I haven't talked to him or anything. And he served in the I think it was the Marine Corps is where he served. He was a tank mechanic.
Yeah.
But I need to see what his opinion is nowadays, right?
Well, again, as a person, maybe Trump ain't my favorite. Like he's arrogant, alpha male, blah blah blah. But I do, policy wise, I really loved him. And I still do today. But
right,
like you say, everybody's allowed their own opinion, and that's fine. That's good. All right, I'm probably missing good. Oh, AC's in the house. I don't know if you know AC. He's a good subscriber. Colleen's in here. Nice to see you, Colleen. A lot of good people in here, so that's good. I'm glad I'm starting to fire this back up.
He supports the Boone's Farm.
Oh, Boone's Farm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you remember Boone's Wine? Did
Oh
you?
yeah.
Yeah, the $2 bottle. Well, I drank that too. I'd mix it with Sprite. Make some
Yeah.
Sprite with like the cheap Boone's apple wine, like a white
Yeah.
wine, and go to town whenever I was in. We used to take that to the pool in the military, so that people would think we're just drinking, Sprite or something like that.
I,
But
I
yeah,
got wild turkeys in the freezer right now. They're laced with honey too. So,
you got wild turkey. I got Kentucky Deluxe. Now it's $4 a bot for the little flask bottle. $4.
I haven't
Man.
even cracked the seal yet. Saving it for a day when I'm not feeling too good.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
let's see. Well, that's just a picture of our guy. And in honor of Fetterman, I thought I'd wear my black, look official, like he does whenever he's going out on the campaign trail. You don't want to go, the
so he's
hoodie.
the guy that had the stroke. The guy
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
bald-headed dude.
yeah. And he's got
Okay.
some kind of massive lump on his back. You can't make this stuff up. I think it's hilarious. But oh, okay. Here, let me shrink this one up here. All right, everybody. Well,
Oh boy.
so all right, we got good old Nancy Pelosi here. Now, if you want to go to Halloween with her, this kit includes inside trades, that's good to have. Makes lots of money. Money laundering, again, you're making out, and vodka. So you
Right.
you show up to your party, you're going to be plastered just like she is whenever she goes out and talks to everybody. So,
Is that why she's taking a knee?
once they did that for the BLM deal, and they all wanted to show their appreciation. So they
Bureau,
took that.
BLM, Bureau of Land Management.
Yeah, exactly. No. Okay. We'll leave it at that. All right. So I thought that was funny, but to bring up news about Nancy Pelosi, her husband was assaulted. Now nobody likes that, right? We don't condone that. It's terrible. And like some people are already trying to blame it on a Q I don't know. I shouldn't even say these words on here, or else it'll get all whacked out, right? Or some Trumper guy and everything. But you got to think about where she lives. She lives in California. Her husband's back there, right? And they want to defund the police. They don't
Right.
want they don't want security. They don't like it. And to think about it, like she's the third most powerful person in the planet, right? Or whatever, in line for the presidency, and her husband's getting assault. And I said allegedly, people. Might have been, the pimp he was dealing with. Maybe I'm just alleged. Maybe he didn't pay on time. I don't know. That's allegedly. But California is a crap hole. And there she is. She's just sitting there, living in California, and her own husband's getting assaulted as such they defunded the police, and she lives in a crap hole.
So she flies from California to DC back and forth, right?
Yep.
You know,
Yep. Yep.
in a jet airplane that burns gasoline
Yep.
or jet fuel, you know,
Tons of it.
which comes from oil.
And she don't go commercial either.
Right, right. I wonder if it's a private jet. But
Well, it's a government jet.
oh,
that
who pays for that?
that would be us.
Wow.
But she doesn't. She's so concerned about California. They got so many. Oh my gosh, that's one place that I guarantee you I would never want to truck in or out
Right.
of. Is that crazy state?
I was just
So
gonna. I was
Roberta,
thinking though.
welcome in, Roberta. Okay, go ahead.
I was thinking though. If I was him and I found out she was coming home early, I would have taken a hammer and beat myself.
Oh my gosh. I mean, well, he got in a car wreck, right?
No.
He was out drinking one night,
Huh.
It's not even allegedly. He got a DUI and everything, but there was somebody else allegedly in the car. We'll never know who, but
Huh.
whatever. But while she was out of town, he was having a little fun on the side. Let's
Oh,
just say
I
that.
see. Yeah.
And then he got in a wreck, and so Nancy's not having a good day. And then hopefully, come November 8th, she'll be not in control of the Congress anymore, and we'll get her out of the third in line,
Well,
seat.
you and I have talked before. I think there's going to be a lot of changes coming up because even the uh, even the blue side, they're more concerned about the economy than they are what the politicians are concerned about. As far as the states go, you know,
Yeah.
and the women's rights. I'll just put it that way. And that's what I've been seeing on the news too. A little bit of local news, that people are more concerned about feeding their family and their kids
Yeah.
and how they're going to get the kids to school, go to the store, make money, make their house payments, and with the interest rates going up, some of these mortgages I bet are on
Oh, good.
a unfixed interest rate. It's just I I'm on a fixed rate, so I'm just happy I did that, when I refinanced a few years ago, so interest rates up to 7%. It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, I know. That's what's on everybody's mind. And let me go to this. I'm trying to mix it up again. I forgot all about it again. I got zoned
Right.
out, and then I should be switching whenever you're talking to full screen. And I asked Debbie to do it, and she's like, "Nah, not gonna
She's
do
on
it."
strike. She's
I
tired.
asked Fred to do it. He goes, "No, I'll be at the VFW." So
Right.
we're on our own. But no, you're right. It's just inflation's through the roof. They can kiss my butt whenever they say 8.2%. That's a load of
Right.
garbage. It's way higher than that. It's just going to be interesting. The stock market's going crazy good here lately. It's all the way up over 32, almost reaching 33,000, which is great. I mean, it was plummeting, but it could be two things. Could be a all the it looks like a red wave. So stocks dabble in the future. So they might think, okay, things are going to get good for business again, and we're going to get on, the right track. So things are going up a little bit more, or
Right.
I don't know, or they're just pumping in, buying out all the debt and the bonds to hold it,
Mm-hmm.
good until after the election. I don't know. All I know is the reports are still really bad. Inflation is going to remain bad and maybe get worse, is what I hear.
Well, I
So,
haven't even looked at my 401k, and I don't want to look at
yeah,
my
don't look at it right
401k.
now. Just just my IRA that my dad gave me is the only thing that we dabble in stocks anymore with, and
Mm-hmm.
it lost since Biden's been like $20,000,
Oh my gosh.
$20,000. Poof. Now it might be back up a little bit since they've been pumping it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. And then I keep on thinking the same thing. Should I pull out? Should I keep it in? Should I, but it's not our full investment. So it's
Right.
just like we'll just leave that in there, let it do its thing. We don't need the money right now, so we'll just keep playing it. And we got to draw money out of it. So we get money
Mm-hmm.
each year out of it. So my dad's still giving me money.
Well, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's, we'll just keep on doing that with that. But I pulled everything else out of the stock market a long time ago. I got done playing gambling with our money.
Right.
Yeah, Jake's saying inflation and layoffs incoming. Yeah, layoff. Oh man, nobody wants to work, which is weird too. Which I guess they've bought all these votes, so all these people they are professional at getting money without they put as much work into not working.
Right.
If that makes
Well,
sense.
that whole COVID thing is what really started all that stuff when they gave away all that. Well, they didn't give it away, COVID relief. And and that made people, I think some of the younger generation not want to work,
Yeah,
earn a
yeah, yeah,
paycheck, and
absolutely.
uh, it's just we we've been hiring drivers, training drivers, sending drivers to driving school and stuff like that, but it takes 8 to 12 weeks to train a driver to get a CDL and hazardous materials to actually want to drive a truck,
Yeah. Well, along with
Excuse
that
me.
whole CDL thing is it's a pain. I mean, just to do the CDL test now, like I can't just go. I had it and I let it expire.
Right.
So now I guess I got to go through like 3 days of schooling or something and take
Yep.
the test again. And
So many hours.
I've driven hundreds of thousands of miles,
Right.
right? And they're like, nope, got to do it again. I was like, well,
Like for instance, with me, when my CDL expiration is coming up, I have to go take a written test,
oh my goodness.
and it's not really a written test. It's a computer screen and it's multiple choice. And once you pass that, you have to go submit your fingerprints again every time, which I don't think my fingerprints change, you know, and
Yeah,
get my finger
it's the same.
scanned. Yeah, it's the same thing. I pay
Well,
100 and some dollars every time I get that done, and it's a money grab is what it is, you know.
it is. It's everything to just get another dollar out of you and control you. Like you got
Right.
to, we can tell you, maybe you're a Trump supporter. Maybe you don't pass the test, Sorry, I don't know.
Right.
It's just like you say, but it is a money grab. Whenever I went down to a Sprinter van, I
Mhm.
still need my medical card, but I didn't need a
Right.
CDL. I just got tired of going. I had to go in there, match my license with the dang CDL, take the paper, go down to the DMV, and wait half a day. It's just, and I'm only home for a day, right? So there
Right.
goes my day at home trying to re up my CDL to keep
Mhm.
it legit in case I go back to a bigger truck. And then I finally said one year, I was like, this will
Mhm.
solidify that I will never drive a truck
Right.
again. I'm done with it. I was like, and now I can
I'll
just
give
go
you
down and get my license now. They don't even take a picture. They don't check your eyes. They don't do nothing. Like,
right.
psh, there you go. So I'm like,
I'll give
okay.
you another example of what a pain in the rear end the CDL is. A friend of mine at work had a not heart bypass, but they had to split his chest open for his clogged artery. Well, he went and got his physical last week, and the gal that did the physical wanted him to go back to his doctor, who is retired now, and get a written statement saying he was good to pass the physical.
Right.
Well, then a year from now, when he goes and takes his physical, he has to go take a stress test, which is going to cost $1,200 out of
Yeah.
his pocket
Yeah.
to get a physical card.
Oh my gosh, I know. Yeah. And I I always had high blood pressure whenever I went into those places because I just hate everything about government. So every time I went
Right,
in there, my blood pressure was through the roof. So I'm like, good God. And I would panic because it's my livelihood. It's my
right. Oh,
livelihood,
yeah,
and they're just saying, I'm still here, guys. I'm still alive. You know, maybe they should start looking into the people. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go
right.
there on this show.
Yeah, the other brother just asked, yeah, it's for your hazardous material endorsement
Oh
that you
yeah.
have to submit your fingerprints.
Oh really? Okay. So that's
Yeah,
just they're just making government has got their butt so deep in all of our businesses that we can't do any business.
right.
Therein lies the problem, bar none. Everything that's wrong about America right now is because the government controls everything. Way too much. I mean, I know pollution, blah blah blah. You don't want people
Mhm.
dumping things in the river. I get it. We all want that to be, but they just have taken it to the top for political reasons too.
Right. Nunya says Elon is going to take care of the
Yeah.
truckers, not to worry.
Yeah. Like I say, again, on the fence, just with you, Jake, too, on Elon. Don't know. I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. He could be that guy just saying all the things to make us think, oh, yay, we have free speech, blah, 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 right? And he could be the worst guy out there. Who knows? Right now, I'm enjoying it just a smidge. Maybe
Like
I'm
you and
being
I,
played.
yeah, like you and I talked before, he's not stupid.
No. Hey, me and Deb, say this all the time. These people are either crooks or they're stupid. I don't think they're stupid. You know what I mean? That's what we say all the time. It's ludicrous because they're either crooks or stupid.
Right.
And again, there's only one way that can go, in my opinion. So they're
Right.
not stupid.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to try opening up the hotline?
You might as well.
All right.
See if
This.
anybody's got anything interesting to say or
All right.
comments about the live and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's give this. Let me put up the number now. This is gonna be a train wreck, maybe, because I've got to do this, and I've got to open up. I hope I can see it ring. What is going on now? Okay, I don't want settings anymore. Okay, that's good. All right, I think now I'm gonna have to do two things to make this work. First, I'm gonna have to get the desktop audio on, so I can't hear it ring, but hopefully it'll ring on my thing. Okay, let me just open this up so I know if it's ringing or not. That's how we'll do this. Okay. No, I thought we had a call, but I think it's just got it. All right. This should ring over here, which then would let me know to switch to the computer audio, desktop audio, and then I'll switch you. And everybody, Ken will have a little echo, but he'll have an echo in his ear, and we'll have an echo of him on the screen. But we tested it with Debbie, didn't we? And it worked.
Yep, we sure did.
So
she wasn't yawning yet, so it was working good.
We'll see. Maybe Debbie will call in. No. She could just walk right in if she wanted to, but
oh gosh.
Jason from ELON is in the house. I don't like saying in the house. Disregard what I just said. Welcome in. I hate that, Morgan.
Yeah.
I hate saying that. And
there was a talk show that did that, wasn't there?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
And then I did say hi to one person. I should have a long time ago. I was yapping away whenever they came by, and that's Backwoods Boy Small Engines. So he's here also. Wow. Just the best of the best. That's all I got to say right now is we might not have a lot, but we got the
Roberta's Artistic Adventures.
Oh yeah, Roberta, I love her. We met her down at the Pinecone Fest. She's a hoot, and she came in, own tent and everything, and I guess she was on some kind of really long road trip that was all I don't know. She said about like 5 or 7 states. I don't know, a lot of states. So
right.
And
I wish none of your little brother or the other brother would call in because I've enjoyed watching.
You never
other videos and stuff.
All right. Well, we'll see if he'll get in here. And Jason's in ELON, man. That guy can do. He can do it all too. I can, skin a buck.
Oh yeah.
I have never processed a whole,
Oh great gosh.
Or anything like that. I've seen it, but I've never done it myself. Where these guys, I know maybe a pig or something he'll send off or whatever, but man, he had a snapper turtle. I still like that. He went live processing up a snapper turtle.
Oh wow.
It was big too, and it was trying to get him and everything.
I've never done any snappers, but a few years ago I harvested 9
I'm
does.
getting them mixed. I gotta apologize. I'm getting them mixed up with somebody else. I do that all the time with these two. Sorry, Jason. Now Jason has a lot of talents. He can Two. I'm the,
right?
I did this last show. I'm terrible.
That's all
All right,
right.
go ahead, Ken.
You know how it
Save me.
is.
Save me,
We're
Ken.
old too, you know.
Good God, I was like, how
No,
can you
I
get two
processed.
people that are totally not the same person mixed up? I do. I pulled a Biden. I pulled a Biden or a Fetterman.
Well,
Maybe a Fetterman. I don't know.
there you go. But I processed years ago. We could get unlimited deer tags for does here in Missouri. Well, thank you. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Is
And
that service or what?
yeah, mine's in bed. She's probably watching Salty Cracker right now as we speak. Debbie,
But I,
if you're in here, comment.
but I think I harvested 9 does one year, and I processed every one of them myself.
Oh my goodness.
Well, with my help of my best
Oh,
friend. But
we got a call in.
there we
Stand
go.
by.
Okay.
All right. One. All right. Hello, Cricket Crick. Stand by. I'm gonna do an audio. Okay. You're on with us. How are you this evening?
Crooked Creek, who is that?
Well, it says Crooked Creek RV Resort.
Man, I got so many numbers coming in on this phone, so I'm calling it.
Okay. Well, this is Jake. All right. So I know the voice now.
Jake Nunya.
All right. What's up, Jake?
Not much, guys. It's raining down here in Texas, man. We are enjoying the wet weather.
Oh, good for yeah. It rained up here the last couple days, so we're doing much better up here ourselves. What do you got going on in the prepping world?
In the what now?
In the prepping world, what do you got going on?
Oh, canning food, working on the water collection tank out here. Of course,
Excellent.
the animals.
Oh yeah. Now, go ahead, Ken.
I know who. I remember watching his videos and stuff. He's the one that did the. Oh gosh.
Spit it out, Ken.
It was a preppers meet.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, we did one meetup here in Edom, and we actually got a second meetup coming up in Mesquite, up around Dallas Fort Worth here in a couple of weeks.
Excellent.
Cool.
All right. Well, everybody keep on watching Nunya, Texas on the back 20. And if Debbie's still in here, she can post his link. But
yeah.
no, he had some good, and he'll keep you up to breast on current events too. If he has a feeling that something's going to change or, got something important to tell you, subscribe to him because he'll keep you up to date on what's really going on out there.
I'll try.
Hey, Jake.
Yes, sir.
Is it deer season down there now?
It's pretty much close enough. My place is a game reserve, so I can take them all year long. But I'm looking for somebody to come down here and hunt, man. Land, and all I want is a little piece for some jerky.
Huh. What about hogs? You got hogs down there?
We got hogs down here. You can come kill all of them you want.
Wow.
I can take you and set you in the truck with a heater. You ain't even got to get out of the truck.
That sounds like a road trip, Ken. What do you think?
Yeah, it does.
We'll have to do that someday.
I don't know what them feral hogs they taste like,
Well, we don't eat them around here. We just leave them for buzzard bait. You ain't even got to get out of the truck and drag them off the road wherever you kill them.
Really?
No, they ain't even worth eating. I mean, if you're lucky enough to get a little one to weigh 15, 20 pounds, you can just half those and throw them all on the pit. But them big ones, man, they're nasty. They're full of parasites. You don't even want to mess with them. They're buzzard food.
Okay. I was wondering about that.
Well, we got
seen a lot of videos.
Yeah, they run in packs, 30 or 40 in a pack down here. So,
wow,
we got plenty.
I I did see
That's
one
crazy.
of the packs or whatever. Whenever I was driving down to Houston, on the side of the road, boy, they're all just milling around. Whenever I was driving on
Oh
down,
yeah, they
getting close to Houston.
hard ditches, tear up all the grass.
And
They're
another
worthless.
another crazy thing you'll see down there in Texas is I believe a crocodile, not an alligator, but a crocodile just comes squirting across the road, and you're like, what?
They're
I'd hate to
all
hit that
down
on
around in the
perspective.
south, not up in the east part.
Right.
Right. Huh.
This technology is actually holding together as we speak.
I'm surprised with the phone signal on my Wi-Fi.
Well, it's like I say, I mean, I'm sucking in Ken here, and then I was like, oh, let's do it. Let's try this phone thing. And I worked on it today to get her to work, and I'm surprised I got her going.
Yeah, it's working good.
Sound too bad.
Now again,
Yep.
Ken will have a little bit of a reverb going on, but heck, we can live with that. And he's got to listen to himself echo back to himself, so. But it's
Well-
good enough to get through.
Just like talking on a CB radio with talkback, you know.
All right.
Break.
10-4, good buddy.
Well, you gotta. In the military, we're always like, whenever we got on the ham radios, you're like, you had to say break in between or over. Or is it over or break? Maybe it's over. It's over, not break.
Roger Dodger.
Oh man, this is like, we're the military, right? And we're comms, and setting up the satellite truck. Sometimes our distant ends were not that good. So we had to go to our reliable, trusty ham operator to be able to talk them through setting up their own, we'd be doing an exercise with the guard or something like that. We're like, oh, good Lord, get in contact with them ham guys, and then we would, is it in the ON position, we used to say. Like, I would be like, does this have any lights on? They would say, no, there's no lights on. And I'd say, is it in the ON, or because everything's abbreviated in the military? I'd go, is it in the ON or OFF position? They're like, it's in the OFF position. I was like, put it in the ON position. They're like, hey, everything's working now. And they're like, what's ON? I was, what's that position? I was like, the on. And they're like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not lying either. This is a true story.
Oh.
Let's see.
What else is going on, Jay?
Oh, not much, man. It's just a weekend with the family down here at the farm. Kids would come
Good.
in for Halloween. Our little town down here kind of shuts down the town, the street, and lets all the kids go trick-or-treating. So,
Oh, cool.
So you're still down in Houston?
no, I'm up in all the families up in East Texas at the farm.
Oh, nice. Okay, for the weekend? All right.
Yeah, week, I think, and the girls are going to stay all week.
Well, everybody should check out Little Frenchie in Big Texas also. Debbie, put the link down below. She does a lot of, interesting stuff and goes live. She usually goes live with Jake's and her daughters that are twins, and they're a riot. So you got to go check them out. So I didn't know if you knew that or had a connection to that, Ken, but Little Frenchie in Big Texas and Nunya on the back 20 are married, I think, allegedly. Go ahead, Jake.
I said, I guess I'll claim her.
Well, she's a keeper, so you got lucky there, Jake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I won't complain.
Yeah. So what else? I don't know. I mean, you got any spidey senses, Jake, leading up to the last 2 weeks? Well, less than 2 weeks. Any spidey senses?
I don't know if they're going to pull anything off by the election over here to afford that thing, but there's no telling what they're going to do over there in Europe. I was watching this morning. Of course, from what we see, all the propaganda that comes out over there is, pro-Ukrainian. But I have not counted Russia out of this thing from the very beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys have been building military over there for 60, 70 years. Even if their stuff is old, they have millions and millions of pieces of hardware.
Yes.
So, sheer numbers, the propaganda that we hear out of there is, take it with a grain of salt. But don't count Russia out. This morning or yesterday, their time zone, there were quite a few large drone swarms that they sent in. And, they've got China and Iran and, a lot of other large nations on their side. So the whole situation over there is not looking good.
Yeah, and the thing is we're not getting the truth at all on both sides, because Russia has their propaganda. Ukraine obviously has their propaganda. The NATO has their propaganda.
Yep.
So you just got to listen to put it all together and, like you say, come up with something that, we don't know. We don't know, but
no,
it's getting.
And no matter what they do, it's not going to be good for us.
No.
I mean,
no.
We're pawns in this play field, and people look at it as though countries, when you say American and you're somewhere abroad overseas, American vision is not what it used to be. And most of the people are smart enough to know that, it's not the American people doing this. It's the politicians. Right. It's just like the Russians.
Right.
When was the last time you had a problem with a Russian?
Yeah.
Or Ukrainian?
Dude.
Or anybody foreign from that matter. I mean, we don't care what the Russian people are doing. We don't care what the Ukrainian people are doing. And they don't care what we're doing.
No.
But all of these politicians on both sides are running these money-hungry wars. They have been for, since 1776, America has been at war 93% of the time. What does that tell you? I mean, it's a money maker.
I can tell you one thing. If you ever need anything fixed, you find yourself a Russian, man. Those dudes know how to fix everything, man. They're like geniuses.
A Russian or an Indian?
Yeah.
Our leaders were talking about sending more over there, more money.
Say that again, Ken.
I said our leader was talking about sending more money over there. Arms and stuff. Well, $15 billion worth of more stuff.
My theory on
Ukraine.
Go ahead.
Vegas of Europe. I mean, the corruption there runs far, deep, and wide, and has for a long time. I mean, the simple things that we heard and found out as the American public was only because Hunter was so stupid. I mean, that's the only reason we ever found anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it took a crackhead to crack it all open.
Yeah. The few billion that we hear and actually see about is a small piece of what's actually going over there. And the cash really isn't going over there. We're giving that cash to the military-industrial complex here to send weapons over there. I mean, that's where the majority of that cash is going. Sure, there's $15 or $20 billion that's missing, but in large part, it's Boeing and Northrop and Raytheon, and those guys are the ones that are really making the killing. The weapons manufacturers.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, we send the weapons over there. Then they sell the weapons over there to another country, which then turns it into money. And then they take that money and they give a lot of it back to Boeing or to the politicians or the lobbyists. And so they just send it over there, and a good portion of it comes back to all the pockets over here.
Yeah, within 6 weeks of the war starting, the head Ukrainian minister, his wife was caught at the border with $25 million in American cash, brand new $100 bills. Within 6 weeks of the war starting, stopped at the border. Suitcases full of money.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, it's a money laundering operation from the very beginning.
And I'm betting you the big guy gets a lot of it too.
Mm-hmm.
10%, what we know of.
Yeah. Allegedly. No.
Not including all them $500,000 cartoon paintings,
Yeah. He's
The
such an
Chinese
artist.
hang up from under.
We're
Yeah, the
getting.
under the table dinner, and it's yeah. I hate to say it, it's just a lost cause. I mean, with anybody with their eyes open, it's a lost cause.
We're just getting.
Everything that those other countries are doing now with the BRICS, and they're backing their currencies with gold. We've lost Saudi recently, the petrodollar. I mean, the world sees the American dollar for what it is, and it's used up. It's corrupt. I mean, they have ran that fiat currency into the ground, and these other countries are doing things about it. They're backing their currencies with gold, and the world is going to follow them. I mean, when China and Russia and Brazil and India and South Africa do it, I mean, other countries are joining in now, NATO countries. I mean, Turkey is joining in. Saudi is joining in. The world is fixing to go against the American dollar. We have yet to see the worst part of what is coming to our country.
I kind of feel like a prisoner, and I've got a big roommate.
Yeah.
That's how I feel living in America here lately.
Right.
It's crazy, and the conspiracy theories could have been right the whole time. They may have been building that wall to hold you in, not keep them out.
There's no telling. And there's no telling what the next week is going to be like. There's no telling what after the election is going to be like. But like you say, just be prepared for anything.
Yeah, just prepare possibly can. I mean, the statistics across the board don't look good.
No.
The Americans living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, it's just it's crazy. They've got us bent over the barrel right where they want us, and there's not a lot that we can do about it.
No, and so I lost my power for 4 hours, and I was like freaking out. So there you go. You don't have that problem, Jake.
They've told us the grid is going down. Expect the rolling blackouts. I mean, we've all seen the increase in the cost of power, no matter what it might be, electricity or gas or coal or fuel oil or propane or whatever. The cost of energy is getting higher. We're sending it ain't even excess, but what energy we have, we're sending to Europe. I mean, it's just there's nothing good that you can look at to point in the right direction to say they're trying to help Americans. There's not a single thing.
Yeah.
Everything that they do goes against us. I mean, it's taxation without representation. It's extortion. It's corruption. It's whatever you want to call it. It's a banana republic. It's insane. It's the Twilight Zone.
And like you say, I don't know if it's gonna. I think it's all got to implode a little bit before it gets better. So.
Oh yeah, it's got to get a lot worse before it can get better.
Yeah. I
mean, it's just. I hate to say that, and it's the worst thing that I would ever wish upon all of us. But they've done it to us. For 60, 70, 80 years, they've done it to us, and now the chickens are coming home to roost.
Well, on that upbeat note, I think we've gone an hour and 3 minutes, so I think we're going to try to wrap this up.
Yeah, I hate to dole it out to y'all so blunt, but
no, that's the way it is. I mean, we
it's
all
okay,
know.
Jake.
We're awake. We know.
It's what I see in the reality. It's the reality of the world that I see and live in today.
I just try to deal with it with humor because that's all I got. So.
Yeah.
This is over. I'm gonna go.
Yep.
I'm gonna go in the kitchen and see if I can get a trick and treat.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop you, Jake.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Nice talking with you. Thanks for joining
Thanks,
us.
Jake.
I'll stay safe.
You too. Oh, he hung up on himself there. I didn't have to drop him. All right. Now let me go back to so everything sounds good here. Stand by. All right. It's just me and Ken now. You got anything on the to lead out with, Ken?
Not really. Just gonna, all I can do is take it day by day. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I agree. Well, I really appreciate you coming on my show again tonight, and hopefully we make this a thing and do at least one on your channel each week, and then we'll bounce back over to my channel, and we can get more. I don't want to ruin your channel, so we can talk politics and everything over here, and we'll talk
Well,
rodeo stuff on yours.
are you going to go trick or treating?
Okay, first I gotta show my beautiful mug full screen one time before we get out here. No, absolutely not. I'm not going trick or treating.
You could dress up Dottie and take her trick or treating.
Oh, 2 old people on the couch tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. I got some good third grader news for you, and who knows where Ned will be. But yeah, Dottie, right? What were we doing right before the live? I had my red healer, and he had a black and white healer. And we should have just ended it that way, but that would have been hard to do. But it was good. We were both had our puppy dogs sitting with us while we were setting up the show. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, that was cool. Well, I had a good time. I'm glad Jake called in. He's really smart.
No, everybody's got to listen. I think one of the best prepper channels out there, bar none.
Yep.
Because again, he's not going to he's not doing it for. I mean, we all like views. Like I'd like more than tens and tens of people, but. That's okay. You know, I would rather just say what, and it's nice just having a smaller audience here. But he'll keep you set straight. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get the no bones about it from Jake. So,
right.
Thanks for calling in, Jake. And thanks for joining me, Ken. Thanks for all the subscribers. I'm sorry I didn't read. I'm trying to do a show, and if Debbie was in here, she could be saying, "Oh, Mark, they said this," and then it would be a better show. So everybody start getting on Debbie's back. Say, "Stay awake, Deb. Get in there. Do a show with Mark, all right? With us, and help us out, Ken. We need it, don't we?"
Yep. That's right. I need all the help I can get.
I know. Me too.
I had a good time.
Well, me too. Oh, hi, Shannon. Well, Shannon. You timed it just right. She's going to have to go back and watch this boring show at 2 times speed now.
Yeah.
Because we're ending it now. All right, everybody. On that, let's call it an evening, and I'm going to stop this stream. And again,